everyone. Welcome to online lecture of Standard 8th Civics, chapter number 3, the Union Executive. Students, in the last chapter, we learned about the Union Legislature, which included the structure and functioning of the Parliament. In this chapter, we are going to study the Union Executive. The Union government is mainly composed of the legislature, executive, and judiciary. The legislature at the national level, that is, the level of central government, is called the parliament. It consists of the president and the two houses of parliament, that is, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. India's Union Executive consists of the President, Prime Minister, and the Council of Ministers. According to the provisions in the Constitution of India, the President is the supreme head of the state. All executive powers of the state are vested in the President by the Constitution. The office of the President has the highest honor and prestige, and it represents the Republic of India. The government carries out its functions in the name of the President. However, in reality, the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers run the government. Therefore, the President is the nominal and the constitutional head, whereas the Prime Minister is the executive head. The President and Vice President are not directly elected by the citizens. Instead, they are chosen by electors through a process called the Electoral College. The common people do not vote in the election of the President. He is elected by directly elected representatives of the central and state legislatures. The group of these parliamentaries and members of the state legislatures is known as the Electoral College. The tenure of the President is of 5 years. Tenure means time period, means for the period of time a person holds a position. For contesting the presidential elections, the person has to be the citizen of India and his age should be at least 35 years. The person elected to the position of the president has to take an oath while accepting the post. Oath means a formal promise. According to the oath, the president is responsible to make sure that government runs as per the constitution. The President governs in accordance with the advice given by Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers. The President is responsible of protecting the Constitution. But if any act of President violates, means disobey the Constitution, then the Parliament has the authority to remove the President. This process is known as process of impeachment. In this process, among Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, any one of the house can lay the charge of violation of the Constitution and the investigation of charge is carried out by the other house. 2/3 of the majority of both the houses is required to pass the resolution of impeachment. Now, let us learn and understand the powers and functions of the President. The President has the power to summon the meeting of the Parliament. Summon means to call for the meeting. Prorogue the session of Parliament. Prorogue means to keep on hold or to delay the session. The President sends messages to both houses. The President has the power to dissolve the Parliament after the tenure is over or even before the tenure gets over. Bill passed by the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha must be signed by the President. Without his signature, the bill cannot become a law. The President appoints the Prime Minister and other ministers on the recommendation of Prime Minister. He also appoints the judges of the Supreme Court and High Courts, the governors of states, chief election commissioner, and other important officers. The President is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. Decisions regarding war and peace are made by the President. The President has some judicial power too. For example, the President has the power to reduce the punishment grant to a person, or in special circumstances he can cancel or postpone the punishments. In case of a crisis situation arising in the country, President has the power to declare emergency. There are three kinds of emergencies mentioned in the Constitution: national emergency, state emergency, and financial emergency. In the absence of the President, his functions are carried out by the Vice President. The Vice President is elected by members of both the houses.